Okay, so this is the first, this is the second assignment here. And I think another thing that I can do, another editing that I can edit this particular or formatting that I can put to this particular table is that, anything that we call revenue has to do with what? And if we call something revenue, it has to do with what?
Profit.
What?
Profit.
You said what? Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Hello? If we say something is revenue, what do we mean? Like, what does revenue mean? It's something that I want
Like
the format of the revenue.
um probably the
Okay.
mm, like let's say total sum. Is it total sum? I'm not sure.
The word is currency because anything that has to do with revenue is money. Is it not?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was expecting you to say. Because from this particular table here, it showed that something was sold. Or let's say there's a transaction that is involved, and anything that involves transaction, there is taking and giving. And in this aspect, you're talking about money, revenue. So which means this particular column is going to be formatted as a currency column. I'll select everything that I've selected, come to my number format here, and then put it as currency. I can change the kind of currency to Naira. No, Naira is useless. Let me use dollars. Yeah, right. So, and then I can adjust this as well, the result, the currency. Change it to dollar as well, and remove this. Voila. No more, no less. Very simple and very straightforward. Please, if you have any question, you can always bring it up. And another one, let me check another example. Another part of the assignment. We are going to see every one of these assignments in our table, in the file on the platform. So please download yours and practice it. Download yours and practice, please. I'm trying to see my next edit. Oh, yeah, okay, there's an index match assignment there also. Yeah, let's do this index match. It seems kind of tough, so let's do it together. Okay, yeah. So the question said, using index match, find the ID number
So,
of,
sorry, sir.
okay.
Excuse me, sir. I can't see the files for the assignment too. I don't know if is it on TerraSkills platform or the
Yes,
WhatsApp
it's on the
platform.
TerraSkills platform. It's on the TerraSkills platform. Let me share my, um, let me share my screen for you guys so that you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, let me share the screen so that everyone can see. Um, yeah, can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Hello.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so this is how your dashboard is, right? Is it not? This is how you see your dashboard whenever you open your dashboard.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay, so if you want to locate your files, any files that I asked or that I instruct that you should go and download. For instance, as we are starting SQL next week, yeah, you are going to find the SQL materials, the data set that you are going to be using, and you are going to be putting on your database. I mean, the tables or the data that you are going to be uploading or you are going to be importing on your database, and then you start writing codes and queries on them. You are going to find them just anytime you open your database or your dashboard like this, click on continue wash. Let's say you click on continue wash like this. Um, if you have your dashboard being displayed like this and you cannot see the exercise file, just come to this data analytics here, this top here. You see where my cursor is? Come to this data analytics and click on data analytics. When you click on data analytics, it's going to bring you back here. Just scroll down under, we have overview, curriculum, instructor reviews, and Q&A. Just come to curriculum. Under curriculum, just scroll down a little bit. You're going to see month 1, Microsoft Excel and SQL. Month 2, Microsoft Power BI and Tableau. And then you will see exercise files. Under these exercise files is where you are going to see your files. So this is the practice assignment you are looking for. It's there. This is the practice assignment you are looking for. Just click on this download. It's going to download the files for you, and then you can do yours. Do you get it now? Or do I need to go over it again?
Okay.
No, I got it.
Okay. So you can go ahead and download yours and do yours and submit. So let's go back to, because our time is fast spent. So for this next one, I'm sorry. Okay, so for this next one, the question said using index match. Let me zoom it in so that everyone can see very well. Now, using index match, find the ID number of David. Using index match, find the ID number of David. That is, and don't forget, if you are moving with the class based on everything that I've been putting on the group so far, if you have covered the index match topic, this should be a piece of cake for you. Index match is a combination of two functions, the index function and the match function. So in that regard, they said we should use index match to find the ID number of David. This is the ID number, and then this is the name. Normally, because this data set is small, we can see that this is the ID number of David, right? So, but we need to use index match to bring it to this particular place where they expect us to insert our formulas to. So I'm going to say equals index. Then what is the array? The array is, in fact, let me convert this data set to table first. Select everything, Control A, you select, and then you Control T, and then I'm going to call this index, or let's call it David. Let's call the table David. So I'm going to come back, I'm going to say index, equals index. Now, what is the array? That is, what is the table? The table is a David table. David. Now, what is the row number of what I'm trying to look for? The row number is row number 2 for David. So I'm going to say 2, comma. Now, instead of me to specify the column number, I'm going to call in my match function. Match. Now, what are we looking for? What we are looking for is David. David is on B7. Oh, no, sorry, B6. B6. The lookup array from the table David. Then the match type is exact match. Close my bracket, guys. Hit my enter. No. Okay, yeah, I need to use my square bracket here. So ID number. We are looking for the ID number. Yeah. So okay, what is Excel trying to do? Yeah. Yeah, equals index. um, Index. Yeah, the array is the table. David. Oh no, David, comma. The row number now, I'll just call on the match. Match. The lookup value is David B6. The lookup array is still the David table. Inside the David table, I'm looking for the ID number of David, and I want the match type to be exact. Put my bracket twice and then down. Now this thing is getting me pissed. Or better still, let me take it back. Let me take the table back to range. So equals index. The is array is everything here. Huh? The row number, instead of bringing in row number, I'll bring in the match. The lookup value is David. The lookup array is still everything here. And then I want it as an exact match. Right? Close my bracket, it's enter. Okay. The row number, row number 6. There's 6. I'm sorry, excuse me. Mm, Okay, can everyone see my screen? Okay, so equals
Yes.
index. Okay, index, the array is still yeah, written here, comma, then match. Instead of entering my row number match, then the lookup value is David. I'm looking for David. The lookup array is still the same. I have a, and then I want it as an exact match. Select everything. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm supposed to select everything, the whole table, and also select the whole table here. So, okay. I think I'm just going to use index only. Or let me use match. Let's use match only. The lookup value is David. The lookup array is on yeah, exactly match. Index. And the array, okay, what we are looking for is the identification number of David. That is, we want to match this ID with David. So the ID number is here. All right, comma. The row number, now instead of bringing in the row number, just going to call on match. The lookup value, what we are looking for is David. The lookup array, David's name is here. Then the match type is exact match. Two brackets, 0. No, no. Okay, it's supposed to be from the beginning. Sorry. From the beginning, the whole, yeah, exactly. So David ID is 995553. What this index match is trying to do is that if you have gone through the index match topic on the platform, you know that we use index to find text, while we use match to find out numbers. We use index to find out text. For those that have gotten to the index match topic on the platform, we use index to find out text, while we use match to find out values. And what we are trying to do is do the same thing here. We have our text as David already, right? So we are looking for David's ID. I asked to look for David's ID, and this might be in the context of a very small data set, but in a case where you are dealing with a very large data set, where you cannot just be scrolling your mouse endlessly to find out what you're trying to find out, that is why index match is your best bet to achieve something like that. So that is why we have used index match to solve this. And by using index matches, you have to first of all call on the index function. And the index function starts with the first parenthesis of asking you that what is your array. In Excel, array means table. Array means table. That is, where are you looking for this thing from? So the array means table, and my array is from my A2 to A8. That is from my first ID number here to my last ID number. I am looking for ID. I'm looking for the ID. So my array is going to be the whole of my ID column. Then comma, instead of me to enter my row number now, I'm going to introduce the match function. So I introduced the match function. And then my match function is going to be standing in gap for my row number that I'm supposed to specify in this parenthesis here. So my match, I call on my match. When I call on my match also adds its own parenthesis. And the first parenthesis on the match function is the lookup value. Now, what is the lookup value? What do I have that I'm using, that I want to use to find out what I don't have. What I have is David. I have been given the name explicitly that look for the ID number of David. So that is why I am starting my lookup value as David. That is why I wrote David with quotation. Whenever you are writing in any programming language or any programming tool or software, if you are writing text, you have to always put a quotation in it so that it can recognize it. You are going to come across something like that when you start your SQL too. So David is David is my lookup value. Now, once I'm done specifying my lookup value, I move to my lookup array. Excel is asking me that what is your array? Now, like I said, array is table. Array is table. Array is table in Excel. So my lookup array is on my name column here. On my name column, because it is on my name column that I can find David. The name David, I can't find it on ID here. The name David is on the name column. And then for the last one, which is the match type, the match type is 0. That is, I want exact. I don't want an assumed, even if I have, let's say David Mark or David Adeleke or anything, I want it to be an exact David that I specified. I don't want it to be an approximate David. Maybe because you can find David Mark, you can find Davido, you can find David and Goliath and everything like that. I want this particular David that I specify. So you are going to write all the names of the David in full. That is why I wrote David in full here, and then I chose 0, which is the exact tab. If I clean this now, you see 1 is less than or greater than, -1 is greater than. 0 is exact. If I am choosing less than, it means just give me any David that you find there. And in this case, if the data set is very large, you can't use anything other than the exact match because you have to narrow down your search into something simple and something straightforward. You have to narrow it down. When you get to SQL, you can have advanced option. You can have flexible option where you can, even if you don't remember everything about what you're trying to look for, SQL can narrow it down for you using what we call wildcards. When you get to the coding part, you are going to go through that particular topic. Then you're going to understand it. So I'm going to be choosing my exact match, and then I'm going to be hitting enter. So that is how I use my index match. So please, guys, download the remaining data sets, do it, and submit to the email I sent on the group. I'm going to resend the email again. Please do the assignment. Also, for this coming week, I'm going to be, our capstone project is going to be uploaded to the platform. Download it and do your capstone project. If you have not gone through this Excel course, it is going to feel kind of difficult, but this is not difficult. I promise you guys, it's very, very simple and straightforward. So please do your assignment and then start your project as soon as possible. If there is anything you don't understand, then please reach out. But before you reach out, please make sure you have at least covered what you need to cover in the Microsoft Excel. And also, this coming week, we are going to be starting SQL. We are starting SQL for data analysis and database management and database handling. Please. Because next week, we are gradually entering the second month of the course. So that is that about that. I'll be expecting our different submissions by before the end of the week, and also regarding the capstone project. I am going to the name of your capstone. You will have seen where to download your capstone project. You'll have seen it as Microsoft Excel capstone project. Microsoft Excel capstone project. You will have seen it where you can download it. Where I showed everyone Microsoft Excel capstone project. Download the file, extract it, and carry out the project accordingly, please. So this is the time for question and answer. So if there is anyone that has any question, please, you can ask now before we end the session. We still have like 9 minutes to end the session. So if you have any question regarding anything, please, this is the best time for you to ask. Hello? There's nobody that has any question or anything to ask me before we end the session. Okay. If there is no one that has any question, you can always reach out to me privately on WhatsApp, or you can just drop your message on the group. I'm going to reply as soon as I can. So, and also, I'm going to be uploading the video, the recorded video for today, for this particular class that we're having right now. I'm going to convert it and upload it to our YouTube channel. So you can just, and I'm going to be dropping the link to the group. So you can just click on the link and join the go through it again. For those that are not going to be and also for those that are not with us here today. Remember, starting SQL next week, we have assignments to submit, and also our project, capstone project, is going to be uploaded for everyone to do from next week, Monday. So, in the absence of nothing, I bid everyone good morning and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you, sir.